Hello Gemini, welcome back to my channel if you're a returning subscriber. If you're new, welcome. I hope you enjoy the reading. This is a general life reading. It will be followed by the love reading, so if you want to go ahead to that, the timestamp is below. Otherwise, I've already shuffled and laid out the cards. Please don't forget to like and share or like and subscribe, as that helps to move the videos around YouTube. Okay, so coming up, it seems to me that you need a bit of a break. I know it's the end of the year, and possibly this is a case for a lot of people, but really you do need a break. So we've got here a number of cards which are coming up, which are indicating that. And I feel that it may be the other way around, but there's rest and then there's action. So you may have action coming up quicker than you think, and then you may need to have a rest at some point, but I'm going to start with the rest because that's important. We have got here White Tara sensitivity. So you are becoming increasingly sensitive. Avoid harsh relationships, environments, situations, and chemicals. So this comes about when you start the ascension path, or when you are on the ascension path. So this is indicating that you need to make sure that you have boundaries around your time and your energy, and that you clear out things from your environment, whether it's toxic things or things you're taking into your body, whether it's substances or media, just too much, or things that are triggering for you. It can even be relationships or situations, or going to certain places which are triggering for you. They may have not been that way for you your whole life, but they are certainly going to be that way now. So this is indicating that there's a number of things that need to be just trimmed away or limited or cut out. And as I said, this could be across the board: relationships, environment, situations, or chemicals. So have a good look, your home, your environment, whatever it may be, where you're going, what you're doing, and just put boundaries in place to give yourself a break at this time. Now the bottom of the fairy tarot is Four of Winter. It's echoing the same thing. There are pine needles here. She's in a pine tree, pine cones. All of these things are talking about accessing the healer within. So set aside your concerns for now. You can make a decision later. Solutions that come from meditation, the need for more sleep, or a vacation. Okay, now this is important because you also have Seven of Summer. Now this is about, it's saying here that there's some sort of procrastination which is occurring, or you are grappling to make a choice. And it says your power comes from making a decision, confusion that arises from over-analyzing the options. So you may have a number of options in front of you, whether this comes now or later after the lunar eclipse. You can take it as it resonates. But she's saying that somewhere in the situation, whether it's now or later, you need to put things aside. You need to take a break and do some meditation. Also take a break from your environment, go away for a while, or just take a weekend away, or whatever you can do. Because when you do that, when you go within, or when you're doing your meditation, or you're hiking, or you're spending time in nature, or a moving meditation, whatever it may be. It can be art or a creative activity which's got a repetitive action to it, or walking, or hiking, or cycling, or whatever it may be. It's going to give you time, and your attention will come back into the present moment, and a solution or a resolution to your choice will pop up. It can also be obviously through sleep and downloading and getting information from the cosmos. So take some time out at some point to do this. It's going to be important because it's going to help you make this decision, which is pending. It's either going to come in or it's already with you now. And there's some sort of procrastination or hesitation because you can't decide between things. And we're going to get to this now. So we also have here the third house. Third house is everything to do with communication. So this is all forms: written, verbal, body language. It also rules contracts, documents. It rules certain people around you. This can be general relatives, aunts, uncles, cousins. It can also be siblings. And it can also be neighbors. So it depends on your situation. But it's communication, and it's your environment and outwards. It can also cover early education or education learning, whether this is for you or your children, however the situation is. A lot of parents are in this situation with the early learning at the moment. something to do with that. It can also be to do with a contract or a document or something that you're wanting to move ahead with. Now, this could also be connected to this decision that is pending or something that's going to come in. It can also be to do with property, because you've got the property house coming here. It can also be to do with discussions, research, media, getting your word out, what you're saying to an audience, or it could be receiving news. There could also be gossip. There could also be scandal. There could be news that's floating around. There's lots of ways that this can come in. It can also be about making a speech or speaking out in some way. It can also be short journeys, going on a short journey, and this can often involve a car or transport of some sort, and it requires a bit of planning. So this can be like getting a map out, plotting and planning, and maybe this is this trip that you want to take, which is going to take you right away out of everything, go into the wilderness or whatever is your situation, whatever you like to do. It can also be involving taking photographs. It's connecting with your environment in some way. Now, we have got underneath a lunar eclipse. So this is coming in this house. So whether something is going to be said to you or something is going to be communicated to you, or whether something comes in, it's a very abrupt change which comes in, and then you now have to communicate outwards or start researching and coming up with new ways of doing things, or speaking, or contracts and documents. Lunar eclipse is always something, it's always abrupt. It's quite often something that you are aware of. It's something that's on the fringes, or it's bubbling away quietly in the background. You know it's coming, but you haven't quite got a handle on it, and then all of a sudden it bubbles over. But it's the speed that it comes at you with that is normally that takes you by surprise. It can be very abrupt. It can be the closing of a door. And it can literally change your situation overnight. It will make you uncomfortable. You will be out of your comfort zone. But it's a very necessary and important change that you have to go through here. So from this, something is going to be ignited in you. You may have to speak out about something, as I said. You may have to stand firm about something, or you may have to do research with regards to something that I've outlined already in the third house. So it can unfold over a 6-week period or a 6-month period. Sometimes it can be very quick, and sometimes it takes place over a period of time. But it's cyclical. It involves the moon. It can involve a female or feminine presence, or a mother. You've got mother already coming in. It can also be to do with any kind of relationship. It can be to do with a change of circumstances. Really, it can manifest in a number of different ways, but it will be quick, it will be fast, and you will be uncomfortable until you find your feet. Okay? So now, having said that, at the top, you've got Pele, divine passion. So be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? So whether this is to do with a relationship, or whether it's to do with something that you're busy with, something that you're working on, a contract or a document, it could be work-related, it could be profession, or it could be what you do on a daily basis. Perhaps you communicate with others, perhaps you're in the media or online, however it comes in. It's all communication-based, but it could also be early learning or to do with family issues. And it's saying you need to connect to your inner self. And this is about knowing what it is that you have been putting off, or what you have been procrastinating on, or what you have been burying because you just didn't want to deal with it, or you couldn't deal with it, or it could be something you've suppressed. Now, this is volcanic. This needs to be released, all right? And she's saying connect to your divine passion. This is something that is in your heart. This is something that's going to motivate you. And the lunar eclipse, out of all of them, is going to shoehorn you out of your rut, if you've been in any kind of a rut or any kind of situation which is not right for you anymore. It's going to pull you out of that. But you have to take charge of the situation. It can also be a big realization that's dropping on you all of a sudden. This can be that you suddenly see something very clearly, and you may not like what you see, but what it will do is it will propel you in a direction, and I feel this is where this is going to be released. It's going to push you forward in some way. And this is where you have to be really brutally honest with yourself, be very clear about what is right for you and what is not, and allow this thing that you have been suppressing, whether it's something you need to say or do, whatever it is, or a trip, or a change of circumstances, something related needs to come out. Something needs to come out. It should come out. You can't suppress it, because that will make you sick. Okay, this is something that's been suppressed or just hasn't been acknowledged, or you're procrastinating on it. You've already had it here. Okay, so something important which is close to your heart needs to come out. Now we have also got here the second house. This can also be your authentic self, by the way. Divine passion. This can also be your authentic self that's rising up in you now, okay, in response to a situation here. The second house is all to do with your material things. So these are all the things that you own, whatever you own, possessions, ownership of anything. Now this can be vehicles, it can be material things in your home, it can be your home, it can be property, land, real estate, it may be a profession, but it's also your material things. It's also connected to your income. So however your income arrives with you, whether you go out to work or whether you work from home or you earn your income from other ways, assets, things like that. It's also to do with security around that. It's also to do with your self-worth, and that is intimately connected to that, and also your talents and your abilities. These are your inherent talents and abilities. And again, we come back to the divine passion. What is there in you that needs to come out, that perhaps needs to be expressed? It could be related to a talent or a skill, and you're finding this now, or you're going back to it after a period of not activating on it. Or it could be something else that now needs to come out. But this is about what you've come into this lifetime with and what you gather, all right, while you're doing that. Now, you've at the bottom, you've got Cancer, I feel, and then at the top, you've got Bust, independent. So this is saying that with the Cancer energy, this is saying that domestic matters or issues around your home are coming up for review. So this could be related to a mother or a feminine influence, or females in your home, how they get on. It can also be related to something like accessing feminine wisdom. Now, this can say follow your gut feels, your feelings at this time, and your instincts. Okay, that's the Cancerian energy. It's a water energy. It's also very resilient, this energy, very resourceful. So you're going to be pulling on all of these aspects now in the second house. It can also be related to a mother. Perhaps something is happening with a mother, and now that's changing your second house. It could be property related or material items, things, antiques, things like that. It can also be related to buying and selling of that. It can also be related to looking at the past. Now, with the Cancerian energy, you don't want to be spending too much time there. This is about sentimentality and looking at the past and nostalgia, that sort of thing. You can bring in the wisdom and the hindsight and inner standing from that, because this is very much an inner energy going within. You may want to withdraw. You may want to be secluded for a while, and possibly this is to do with this break or this holiday or this vacation you need to take. It can also be related to something that is cyclical in your life, and it's affecting your second house. Now, this could be finances as well, or it's to do with security. It's following the aspects of the moon. The moon rules Cancer, all right? So you may be needing to observe the moon at this time. We have got a solar eclipse on the 4th of December that's going to be in Sagittarius. That is at an angle to your sign, but the full moon is on the 19th of December, and that is at the 27 degrees of Gemini. So I feel that full moon is going to be important. It also coincides with Venus going retrograde on that same day. Then we also have Mars moving into Sagittarius on the 14th of December, which is an action-based energy, all right? So all of those may be relevant at this time. Now, with the Cancerian energy, it can also be about accessing your feminine side. Whether you're masculine or feminine doesn't matter. We have both. So you may be needing to tap into your gut feelings at this time to do with the second house, all right? Something around that. It can also be about nurturing family, your clan, your tribe, connecting to that. It could be very well family-related issues, because you've had the lunar eclipse and you've got the third house, which can bring in family matters as well. So there could be a shifting or a changing, something occurring in your immediate environment. Now, we have also got Bust, independent. So your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. So this can be materially, it can be to do with property, land, real estate, or it could be to do with your own opinions and your direction in life, or how you think and feel. But it is saying that you do also need to spend time away or in your own space. So whether this is this holiday or this break that you need to take, or you need to create it on a more formal basis within you where you are living, but it's saying you need time away to do your own things. Spend time on your own, fill your own cup up, and so on. If it's domestic related, it could also be to do with coming to a pet situation. It could be that you need to get a cat, or you need to spend time with your cats if you've got cats. Cats are incredibly independent, and they can teach you about that, really. Huge lessons that you can learn. So it may be that you need to bring this into this awareness, or this cat-like ability into your awareness. But she's saying that your independence is your strength, and whether that's in thought or opinion, or your space, or your possessions, however it is, there's some sort of time away that is needed, or time that where you just need to create perhaps your own space, but also to spend time on your own, doing your own things which make you feel good at this time. It could even be financially related, since the second house is to do with income as well. Now, the other aspect of Cancer to do with talents and abilities, Cancerians are very crafty, creative. This could be writing. It could also be musically related. They've got a lot of skills in that department. So it could be that you have this ability in you, and you need to come into that in some way, shape or form. And this may also be to do with your divine passion. Now, we also have got the 10th house, so career matters are on top of the pops here. So career, fame, reputation, all of these things. Also your public standing. Who are you in the world? Okay, how do others see you at this time in the 10th house? It can also be to do with authoritative figures, whether you are an authoritative figure, and I feel you are either going to be an authoritative figure, or you are coming into that. You could be leading the way in some way, or you are connecting with another authority figure, whether it's a boss, a manager, or it could even be a governmental figure, or you are dealing with the government. It could also be to do with notoriety of some sort, so rising up in fame, or you're in the spotlight, or you've got a higher profile than you've had before. It can also go the other way, where you could be dropping down from that. It can also be about empire building, business, achievements, goals, responsibilities, and career, and setting that strategic path, however that relates for you. It could also be to do with, sort of like connecting with an authority figure who may be a parent. It could be a masculine or a feminine, but it could also be connecting in some way where you were learning something from this person. Now, this could be like a guru or somebody that you admire, Okay, so we've got here at the bottom Pluto transformation, and at the top we've got Abundancia, prosperity. So some sort of change. Now, this is a big transformation. It may be brought on by the lunar eclipse, as I said, and contract and documents are involved here, early learning, or some sort of communication or family related. Transformation, Pluto is always about endings and beginnings. So some sort of ending and some sort of beginning is coming into your 10th house. So you may be changing career, you could be changing your fame status or your notoriety status, or you could be changing your public status in the world. So this could be going from working for a company, so you are employed, to self-employed, so launching your own business. It could also be going from married to unmarried, or the other way around, or however the situation is. It's what your public status in the world. Now, Pluto always deals with, as I said, endings and beginnings. It also deals with regeneration and rejuvenation, or renewal of some kind. So it could be that you're going back to something that you used to do before, if the regeneration aspect is important for you, but it could also be the regeneration of feelings or emotion that you have around something that's important for you. But it could certainly be the end of some aspect of your life in any one of those areas of the 10th house, and the beginning of a new era. So either you're ending something, you're beginning something, or you could be going up a cycle. In other words, you could be going up a level in some way. So some aspect is falling away and something new is coming in. It could be a cycle shift. It can also indicate that something that has been in your life for a long time, something that you've relied on, or a very stable structure, or something that has been in place for a long time, could be falling away now with the Pluto energy. It really is a very powerful energy. Pluto is always about taking away what is no longer needed, to make room for the new. So you may need to just let go of certain things or an aspect that you've been in for a long time, that needs to now step aside so that you can make room for new things. All right. With Abundantia prosperity, the universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. So this is a mindset. Okay. This is an attitude. This is a belief. And the feminine aspect is the receiving. Okay, so be in your feminine aspect, whether you're masculine or feminine, doesn't matter. And don't have any guilt or shame or any negativity attached to receiving. Ask for help if you need help, and it's going to be given. All right, this is the abundance of the universe coming straight to you. She's got a cornucopia of abundance there. All right, so be open yourself up to receiving. Now, this may be financial, but it could also come in a many other myriad of ways. It could be support in your 10th house. It could be more fame. It could be a rise in something in you, whether this is a promotion, or it could be something to do with some sort of shift or change which is going to open a door for you. It can also be the pouring in of ideas or meeting contacts. The 10th house can be very important, especially with Pluto. This can be very important. You could be meeting very, very powerful people at this time who are going to assist you in some way, whether it's through ideas or support or putting you in touch with other people, other powerful people who can assist you with an idea or a business or something you want to launch or move into, or connections, however it may be. This prosperity can come in many, many different ways. Okay, it could be a number of things, but it's going to be so very, very, very supportive for you in your 10th house. So be open to receiving and welcome it. Have an attitude change from that perspective. Be open, be willing to work with what is handed to you, what comes in for you. Work with that to move yourself forward. It could be very quick or very abrupt, this shift or change. Pluto can also be something can just disappear out of your life, or it can change overnight. The rug can literally be moved out from under you, or it could be a process that you've got to go through, like the death of something, and then the renewal or the regeneration of your mojo, your energy, your passion, your something rises up out of the ashes, so to speak. It's got that energy about it. It can also be quite intense, this energy. Something intense happens, and now out of that comes something else. Now, we've also got here the Ace of Autumn. So this is reiterating what I've already said. This is a beautiful card, a windfall of money, advice, or assistance from others, which is what I've already said. A very successful project, a happy change in your career. So whatever you're going to create from the ashes of something, or something that is now leaving your life and you're now moving into a new cycle, a new phase, or a new place, or a new situation, you're going to make a success of it, because this is about getting in touch with your passion, as I said, all right? But you need to go through this phase where you need to assess and go into a quiet space and get in touch with your inner self. And then you will know exactly what it is you have to do. But a happy change in your career, a happy change in something, but it's going to bring in a lot of abundance, and you're going to be meeting very powerful people or very powerful connections who are going to assist you at this time. Now, I do feel with this situation, there is going to be some leadership role that you need to take. Okay, you may already be in this, but this is going to intensify in some way, shape, or form. Because you've got Pluto, you've got an Abundantia, and it's in your 10th house. You may have to lead the way. You may have to show others how to get in touch with their divine passion. And this is why you've got the communication house. You may have to communicate that to others in whatever way is appropriate for you. Get in touch with your true self, your authentic self, and follow that. Never any better time than what we are in right now. We've got here the Sun Spirit, also a beautiful card. The Sun energy, it's a very creative energy. It's very powerful. It's about leadership, okay? Taking leadership in your own life, or you may be leading others in whatever way is appropriate. It really is a very powerful energy. It's about radiating confidence, success, very influential energy. So this is what you want. This is the state that you want to get to, because you need to step into this leadership role, and you need to do it properly and with integrity and honor. You cannot do this if you're tired, worn out, burnt out, exhausted. You cannot do it. Okay, so you need to take this break, go within, do whatever you need to do in nature, and so that you can bounce back. Cut out all the things that are triggering for you in your environment, whatever it may be. Put boundaries in, all right? And then you will create the space and the time, and out of your unconscious will come the right decisions so that you can make these decisions and move forward, all right? You want to be in this beautiful sun energy, radiating confidence, success, leadership. It may be thrust on you all of a sudden, and that can happen with the lunar eclipse or with the Pluto card, all right? All of a sudden, you may find yourself having to make a speech or talk out or speak out about something or set the tone or get in touch with your divine passion, and others will be inspired by that. You're going to be very, very influential with this card, all right? This is got to be very responsible when you have this energy. And it's good health, it's life force, it's radiating well-being and just energy and enthusiasm. It could also be that something, some big an important event may be planned in summer. Wherever summer is for you, you may be working your way up towards that. This is a very special event, whatever it may be. It involves your nearest and dearest, family, friends, whatever. But it's an important event that you may be working towards now, wherever you are in the world, for the summer months. But it really is about leadership and actually stepping into the breach and influencing others and setting the tone for something. Okay, Gemini, I hope you enjoyed that. Please take care. And don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe. And if you want to stay on for the love reading that's following now, otherwise I will see you next time. Take care. Hello Gemini, welcome back to my channel if you're a returning subscriber. If you're new, welcome. Hope you enjoy the reading. It's a love reading. It's for you and your person, your significant other, your special someone. So I've already shuffled and laid out the cards. Please don't forget to like and share or like and subscribe, as that helps to move the videos around YouTube. Okay, so a lot of the cards that came up in the life reading are here again. So if you didn't do the life reading, perhaps go back and do that. So let's see now. We've got for the current situation, it seems like something has been put on the table here, or something has come out in whatever way, shape or form, and it's created a situation in the relationship. Now, it seems to me that you've got yourselves in a rut, or there's some sort of situation which has been in place for a long time. Now, you know, you could be in a relationship with somebody for a long time. You could have been partners for a long time already, or it could be other structures in your life if you're only just starting out on your journey with your person. But some sort of structure or system or something in your life may have been in place for a long time, and it may be falling away now. Or it's internally within the relationship as well. But something has been put on the table, or something has been brought in. And we've got here the North Node. North Node is always about a door to the past closing and a new path into the future coming in. And it's saying step out of your comfort zone. So whether this is both of you or one of you, something may have happened to one of you, or something has affected the relationship, or something has been said, or something has come out like a secret, or a hidden feeling, or a hidden emotion, or a fear, you know, or those fears could be expressed now as a result of this external situation or whatever has occurred. But it's saying step out of your comfort zone. I do feel as if you may have got yourself into a sort of a rut or some sort of situation which is very sameish, same day, you do the same things, you go to the same places or whatever, and it's kind of stifled the relationship in some way. But this is saying that whatever's coming, you're going to like. Okay, North Node is always about the future. It's always about something amazing, that what you came here for, what you came and incarnated for. Okay, this is about being on path. It's something that is part of your soul purpose. Now, you're going to like it. You just have to get out of the situation where you feel uncomfortable or you are struggling with change. You being the Gemini, you may not be struggling with the change so much. It could be your person, because they've got Scorpio appearing in there. So, you know, these feelings are interchangeable. So you may be, as I said, just take it as it resonates for who it's for. But the North Node is always about following your North Star, going in, you know, aligning with your fate, your destiny. It's always about an adventure of some sort, starting off on a new path or going through a new door. and you go through that transitionary period where you let go of things from the past and then you move forward. And you have to let go of the things from the past, because otherwise the door won't open. So it's saying that there's a door that's opened here for you guys, and it is some kind of change or shift or turnaround. It could even be a relocation. It could be a change of environment, whatever is appropriate. Something is going to has come in to shift you guys forward. Now, we've got here the Sagittarius energy. This is a very adventurous energy, all right? Sagittarius, it's always about a journey, whether it's internal or external. You know, it could be emotional or it could be physical, some sort of journey. And this is always about enthusiasm, happy-go-lucky, very adventurous energy. It's also very honest energy. It can also be a bit of risk. Traveling may be coming in for you, for your relationship. It's a very, it can also be very philosophical. So, you know, look at all of those energies for Sagittarius. It can also be about sort of unbridled enthusiasm, you know, very sort of loves life kind of energy. All right, so I feel that needs to come in. It's also about getting out of routine. Sagittarians do not like routine. They do not like to do the same things day in and day out. It stifles them terribly. They need adventure. They need freedom of routine. They like to do professions which are which give them a lot of freedom, and it could be something really different and unusual. It could also be academic. But some sort of shift or change is coming in, and the Sagittarius energy needs to be honored in some way in this relationship. The divine door that came in, it says the art of life. It's saying that there's no point in living a half-life or sticking with the same routines or the same situation over and over. You need to grow. And there's a lot of Pluto energy here, so this is about growing, and some of it may be a little bit painful. You may have to let go of a few things which just you've outgrown, or they just don't serve you anymore. So the art of life, there's no sacred light in the aura of an invisible life. Be bold in your skin, let your love dance in sight. So show your love, be enthusiastic, and get out there and change things up, bring fresh air in, try new things, go on this adventure, or this new path which is opening up for you. It could be a holiday or that you need, or it could be a change of environment that you're going through, but it certainly is letting go of the old in order to make way for the new. You're going to have soul tribe people coming in as well. This person could be part of, if you're only just starting on this relationship, this could be a soulmate that's coming in for you now. Or it could be a soul tribe. You could be going somewhere and finding that you really like it there and you want to live there now, or whatever the situation is. But it's going to involve wrapping things up and letting go of things so that you can move forward. Let go of the past. Something exciting is around the corner for sure. You've also got adventure here. That came up very much so. It's definitely in there, whether it's internal or external. Something needs to happen to release something else, or to shift the energy within the relationship. Now, you're viewing this, we've got Neptune. So I feel that this can be manifesting in a couple of ways. It could be that you are dreaming of something. Maybe you're the one that's dreaming of a new path, or dreaming of a new situation. And you're connecting to that. You're using your imagination and your inspiration. You may also be getting guidance about it, because Neptune is always about spiritual guidance as well. It could also be a new profession in some way. It could be to do with music or art or the beauty industry or filmmaking or whatever it is. It's something that you're connecting to, and you know, you're inspired by this at this time, and it's stimulating your imagination and your visions. It could also be that you need to go inward a little bit and spend a bit of time in meditation or on your own in your sacred space. This came up in the life reading as well. So this is about sort of connecting with your magic, I guess. It could also be, you know, connecting with the divine in some way. Spirituality, it may be that related to that. But you're connecting to something, or you should connect to that. But you do need to keep your feet on the ground as well. Because sometimes under the rays of Neptune, you can lose your way a little bit. You can get confused. You can also be under like an enchantment or a fantasy, and if you're not grounded, you can't manifest anything anyway. So make sure you are grounded. It can also be that you are getting sucked in to other people's dramas or issues, and you don't want to go into a self-sacrifice, self-sabotage mindset. Okay, you don't want to do that. So put boundaries in, be very clear, ground yourself on a daily basis. It may be very good for you to spend time near water to connect to the elemental realm, but I feel that you're either looking at it as a dream or some like a dream come true, or you're connecting to the inspiration and the imagination, or it could be that you're under some kind of illusion. It could also be that you are trying to escape from the truth in some way. The truth may have come out and you're trying to escape from it. You're trying to get away, because Neptune can lead to escapism. It can also lead to issues around dependencies, you know. It could also be to do with your own physical health, that allergies may be rising up in response to either a toxic situation in the relationship or toxic things around you. This could be environmental or within the home, you know. So I feel that you're seeing this as one of two possibilities. You're either seeing it as an opportunity from a dream point of view, and it's going to inspire you, and it's fate and destiny, or you are trying to escape from something or not seeing the truth of a situation, and you need to get clarity on that. Okay, now the divine door for you is, it says palmistry, fortune and tarot, collective destiny. The palm lines from birth tell your sacred palmistry. Listen to the notes of intuition. Okay, so this indicates that you, with Neptune, that is about intuition. That is really going within and connecting to the divine and your higher self and so on. So I feel you need to do that. You really need to do that to get clear on what needs to be done or what you would like to manifest. And be very clear that you're not getting sucked into someone else's agenda. Look after your energy, your time, your space. Keep yourself very grounded. Keep your feet on the ground and reach for the stars. You may need to be going or getting some advice, or maybe you're looking at palmistry, or doing your own tarot cards or something to do with that. It could also be a profession that you want to go into. You know, there's a number of ways this could be coming in. But overall, with Neptune and with this, listen to your intuition. Be very careful that you're not getting pulled in or pulled off path in some way, okay? But see this as an opportunity. See this situation as a bold new adventure in a new direction. Now, your person has got Scorpio, so this is a very fixed energy. Scorpio is very fixed. We've also got Pluto here, and Pluto rules Scorpio. So I feel that something has come out. Either this person has precipitated it, something has risen to the surface. It could be they've expressed something. Maybe they are mirroring a situation. Maybe they have brought something to the surface which needs to be talked about or looked at or discussed. Or they're the ones that put something on the table here, this adventure or this change or this stepping out of the comfort zone. So it could be that. They could be, they've gone through some transformation or are going through a transformation of some sort. It could also be that they are trying to get over a fear. They may have aired or spoke up about a fear, or they could be in fear about something, all right? And because you've got Neptune, you're compassionate about this, but as I said, just be careful you don't get sucked in. The Scorpio energy is very intense, all right? They could also be connecting to their psychic knowledge, but I feel it's transformative. Whatever is occurring here, it's transformative for them, and they're very passionate. You know, that energy is rising up in them, very passionate energy, and it's a lot of it is to do with intimacy. Scorpio brings in intimacy, and everything to do with that. It's a very deep energy. It's a very mysterious energy. It can be very regenerative, so they may be going through a regeneration of some kind, especially if you've been together for a long time, and they may be seeing this as a transformation, a chance for regeneration or renewal to bring freshness into the relationship, you know. It could also be, as I said, that they have aired a fear, or they are trying to get over a fear at this time. That could be coming in. But whatever it is, there's a transformation ongoing. They've also got, this is their divine door, and it says, bless the space. Your sacred space holds the soul to bear. Palo Santo or sage will clear the air. So they need to clear their space. They need to clear their energies, and perhaps this is why an adventure or a trip away or some time in their sacred space is going to be important for them, so that they can clear the air, clear away things which are cluttering their energy at this time, or things that they are fearful about. Okay, so you're the Gemini, you can speak about this and discuss things, but there's definitely a new energy or a need for freedom and an adventure and a change of circumstances, a new path coming in, but they need to clear away some things here. Now, as I said, we've got Pluto here. So Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio. It's always about the death of something and the beginning of something else. So endings and beginnings. It's also about regeneration, renewal. As I said, they may be going through a regeneration and a renewal at this time. They may be letting go of a whole lot of things, which is necessary to move the relationship forward. It's also about rebirth, sex, death, and birth or rebirth are always themes of Pluto. So any one of those could be coming up. It could also be that some structure, as I said, that has been in place here in this relationship is now falling away, either for them or within the relationship. It can also be that there's an intense energy here, but there is some kind of transformation that is required, some letting go of the past. Something needs to go to make way for something new and to bring in fresh energies, renewal, rebirth, regeneration, however it is. It's like an evolution, It could also be a big cycle shift which is occurring. So, let go of things that are cluttering up the energy or creating stagnant energy to bring in the new things. It can also be like a coming into personal power, and you can only do that when your energies are clear and when you have got a clear path ahead of you, which is what the North Node is all about. It's about moving forward onto your path, and a big door swinging open and letting go of the things which have held you back, or the inhibitions, okay, and airing things that need to be said or talked about. We've also got adjustments are required, third quarter moon, very much the same sort of thing. Something needs to be let go of, adjustments need to be made, clearing of the energy, clearing of the air, putting the past behind you. And this is about moving towards this is sort of moving towards letting go of things, and then once you've reached that phase, then you start to come back up towards the full moon. So this is before the lowest point of the moon, when the moon is at its smallest. Okay, so this is where the adjustments are required. So you're cooking up your adjustments, you're making your adjustments, you're changing direction, or you are reevaluating, you're bringing in balance. There's also an element of trust required here. Trust that you are on the right path. You are on the right path, but there's some letting go that's required, some adjustments. And then once you've done that, then you will start the path up towards new moon and full moon, which is a kind of a moving through the energy. This is saying that, you will need to let go of some things, change some things, rearrange certain things, look at things differently, however it is, but adjustments are required. Then we've also got here the divine door is inner power. And that is the door. And it says here, inner power, by your own command, you brought yourself here. At this moment in life, you have nothing to fear. So whatever is happening, don't be fearful of it, especially for your person. Okay, this Pluto energy is very powerful, transformative energy. Let go of the fears. Whatever fears are coming for you, let go of them. And move forward, because you're on the right path, and the third quarter moon is saying exactly the same thing. So now I feel there are some dates that are going to be important for you. 4th of December is a solar eclipse in Sagittarius. It's conjunct Mercury, so that's about communication, and there's also Chiron sitting in Aries, which is going to be at an angle, and Chiron is about letting go of the past, releasing things that just don't serve you anymore. So something is going to be expressed, or there's going to be a communication of some sort, but it's going to be expansive. All right, then you've got a full moon 19th of December in Gemini, which will be important. It's conjunct Venus going retrograde in Capricorn, and Venus is always about love. She's going within, so she's going to be going over ground she's already covered. Then we've got 8th of December, Mars is at 26 degrees of Scorpio. We've got Scorpio energy here. It may be affecting your person. And it's going to have an angle with Jupiter, which is about freedom, releasing and moving forward. So there's going to be 8th of December, something's going to come up. And then 14th of December, we have Mars moving into Sagittarius. So there's this expansion again. So I feel you're going to go through a phase, a period of 4 to 5 days, or maybe a bit longer, 10 days, where you're going to go through a period, but you will come out of it, and then you'll start to see a light at the end of the tunnel. And then Jupiter, that rules Sagittarius, will be moving into Pisces 30th of December. So I feel that will lighten things, and you're going to start to see something. But certainly let go of the past. That is the main message here. Okay, Gemini, I hope you enjoyed that. Please take care, and don't forget to like and share, like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.